Hi, Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 11 and our project entitled is Optimum Order of Markov chain model for weather condition. The introduction for the project is first order Markov chain model is typically used to describe the occurrence of daily rainfall. So the second one is two criteria that most commonly used in this project is determining the model performance of Markov model and higher order estimator, which is Akaike and Bayesian information criteria. First one is to describe Markov model used in the study to explain the rain pattern in Senai Johor. And the second one is to explain the persistence of the wet-dry event. And the third one is to determine the optimal order for the Markov chain model of the higher order of wet and dry. We focus at Senai Johor. Optimum order depends on threshold levels used and the length of period for the record data. So the last one is Markov chain model will be used to describe the distribution of wet and dry spells.
After analyze the data from 2015 up to 2019, we can see that, as you can see in the picture, the yellow one is the data from 2017, the orange one is 2015, gray is 2016, light blue is 2018, and blue is 2019. From the graph, we can see that the highest amount of rainfall recorded average is in March to May and September to December. During this period, the volunteers and also Malaysian are recommended and advised to be prepared to face the flood season. Now we can construct the Markov change model, which is in this part, we divide the state into three states, which is denoted by 0, which is sunny day with range x equal to 0, and also 1 is rainy day with range x greater than 0.1, and 2 is cloudy day, which is x is between 0 and 0.1. The transition will be from 0 to 0, 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 1 to 0, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 0, 2 to 1, and 2 to 2. In order to solve the discrete time Markov change, we know that there is two transition probability. In solving DTMC, we know that by definition, the transition probability must satisfy two conditions, which is the transition from I to J must greater than 0, and the probability of transition from I to J must be greater than 0, and the summation of transition possibility of transition from I to J equal to 1. The transition state from 0 to 0 is 354, and 0 to 1 is 64, 0 to 2 is 264, 0 to 1 is 79, 1 to 1 is 22, 2 to 1 is 97, 0 to 2 is 250, 1 to 2 is 111, and 2 to 2 is 585. From this, we can construct the probability, which is 0 to 0 is 0.1939, 0 to 1 is 0.0350, and 0 to 2 is 0.1446. 1 to 0 is 0.0433, 1 to 1 is 0.0120, and 1 to 2 is 0.0531. Meanwhile, 2 to 0 is 0.1369, 2 to 1 is 0.0608, and 2 to 2 is 0.3204. Data can be represented in DTMC diagram. The DTMC diagram are as follows. If we go to the raw data, we can see there's data written as negative 33.3, which is the value represent the rainfall of less than 0.1 millimeter, or also can be written as 0. Written as x between 0 and 0.1. And we assume the value of 0.05 for the value negative 33.3. Now the value negative 3.3 can be used to produce a Markov change by letting x equal to 0 to be no rain, x equal to 0.05 to be cloudy, and x greater than 0.1 to be rain. As you can see in the diagram, we can classify the diagram. The DTMC diagram is only have one communicating class denoted by C1, and it is irreducible because it have one communicating class. Since 0 has self pointing out to itself, the system is aperiodic with the GCD equal to 1, and all states are communicating, then it is recurrent. After constructed the DTMC diagram, we next proceed to solve the problem. From the diagram, we can have the equation given, as you can see. So pi 1 denoted as no rain, sunny day. Pi 2 is rainy day, and pi 3 is cloudy day. After solving the equation, we choose on the 3.1, 3.2, and 3.4 to solve the equation, to solve the problem. And then after solving by simultaneous equation, we will get the value of pi 1 is 0.1464, pi 2 is 0.0496, pi 3 is 0.8040. This means the probability of rainy day is 0.0496 and cloudy day is 0.8040 for the 5 years. From this, we can conclude that Malaysians and also volunteers should be aware and be extra prepared during cloudy day and be prepared for the rainy day in order to face the flood season. Project, we can conclude that the highest rainfall distribution recorded in February and November. Hence, government and flight volunteer organization and also Malaysian should use this data for pre-flight preparation to face the flight in order to reduce the amount of incurred losses and to avoid any dangers. And also from this data, we can see that the rainy season occur in March to April and also September to December, which will increase the rate of flood season.